I'd like to start with a figure, 145 billion pounds. What is this figure? It's the UK potential loss of cumulative GDP growth between 2018 and 2028 due to inadequate digital skills. This is huge, and personally, I can't accept that. This is why I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of bridging this digital skill gap, and more generally about building a solid digital culture to unlock the full potential of technology. So my name is Aurélie. I've been leading business and digital transformation for more than 20 years in different sectors: media, energies, services, and then construction for the last almost 8 years, which is also construction, the industry lagging behind in terms of digitalization, and also a very project management culture with a very heavy project management cultures, which makes it sometimes very difficult to have POCs and this kind of agile ways of working. So a bit of a cultural challenge as well. And I don't know about you, but when I tell people what I do as a living, they immediately see me as a techie person. We touched on that before, when in reality what fuels me is helping organization, teams, and individuals to thrive in the digital age. So help our leaders transitioning their companies to new business models or operating models, help teams adopting more efficient and more agile ways of working, and help people to use digital effectively in their job and in their day-to-day life. But I think we also mentioned it several times before this morning. Wow, this is a very difficult exercise, and I know that you are all familiar with the McKinsey striking statistic about 3 out of 10 digital transformation initiatives succeeding only. And most often, again, it's not due to the tech factor, but to the people side of the change. And successful change requires both technical and people sides to be properly managed. It's good to design, develop, and deliver cutting-edge solution, but it's nothing if people don't engage, don't adapt new ways of working, and don't use this technology as the best as they can. So that's why I think as digital experts, our role is not to focus only on the tech part, but also on this people side. And I'd like to share with you, so it's really sharing my experience, my expertise, but it's a journey. I'm sure you have a lot of other examples, best practices, and I would be very interested in connecting after to engage about what you do in your organization. But I think basically there are 3 levels of action. The first is to equip everyone with the essential foundations to navigate a digital society. Because again, we keep building services, digital applications, as if we were already in a digital society, when in reality we are not there yet. So we need to equip everyone. After, in our own organization, we have to build a comprehensive adoption strategy, not only training, to really empower our staff with the right digital skills, but also the right digital mindset. And with our CIO or digital teams, we have also to develop a new posture to drive effective transformation. So Equipping everyone with the essential skills, what I wanted to share with you today is a coalition that I'm part of. You might have heard about it. It's called Future.Now, and it's bring together government bodies, industry leaders and civil society, and we are all working together on closing this digital skills gap for working age adults in the UK. We are coordinating actions, and the first thing we worked on is to put together an essential digital skills framework people need to thrive in work and in their life to prepare for our digital future. And you can see on the slides that there are 20 essential digital skills, and last year in 2023, 54% of the workforce in the UK was unable to do all the 20 essential tasks. So this is a striking figure. Also, we also need to work on creating a sense of urgency on the need to and the willingness to get up skills, because only 4 in 10 people said they were ready, they were considering to get up skilled in 2024. So you have the 3 tasks most people can do, and you can see there is a lot around productivity, a lot about privacy settings, and access online salary information, which is quite basic. So if you are keen to do so, you could sign up the Workforce Digital Skills Charter. Actually, there are 3 things you would pledge for. The first is to raise awareness about this digital skill gap, and to also not see just as a challenge, but a massive opportunity to contribute to the increase of the productivity and the growth in the UK. The second part of the charter is really about working together, because we are not isolated in this fight, I would say, and it's not about reinventing the wheel everywhere. It's about bringing together our best practices, having a unified vision of what we can do, and really developing this framework. And the third one is to also commit to do what you can inside of your own organization to empower your people with the right skills. And again, you don't have to do a massive work, because if we just tackle the 4 top tasks that are not mastered yet, and you will see that they are different depending on the sectors, on the industries, we could reach by the end of December 2024 70 people, percent of the people able to do all the essential tasks. So you can access on the website of Future.Now your sector data to tackle your top 4, and maybe you will see that in your organization it's not the same one, but it will give you insights. And it's very important to understand that it's not only some areas. So here I put the construction, but do you know that in the tech industry, 27% of the people can't do all the essential tasks. So it's really a massive challenge, from the CEOs to the people looking for a job. I think in every industry, every educational background, we all have to learn it all of our life. And if you want to go further, you can join the coalition. We are still looking some people to work on also getting some figures to really measure how we can improve the productivity or working on the cultural aspect of the change. The second part is about what we can do in our organization and developing a comprehensive adoption strategy. Here, I wanted to share with you a few figures coming from the latest study conducted by WalkMe, which is an hypercare SaaS solution. It's been conducted among the thousands of C-level executives and frontline workers in different parts of the world, including the UK. And we can see that digital adoption is becoming a strategic priority in many organizations. 70% of the companies agreed that it's one of their the key KPIs they want to measure in their digital transformation success KPI, which is a huge rise compared to 2021, where it was only 22%. And it's really about, again, tackling the lack of productivity, but also the lack of attractiveness for our employees in every organization, because the study show that 40 working days are lost per employee in the average organization due to, again, a lack of full adoption. So when we do that, when we ask employees, 70% of them, they say that their last change management experience was negative. They were introduced a new technology without considering how they will use it, what it will bring to the company, and you mentioned it before, the what's in it for me. What does it bring to them as a benefits? And again, I think that I really try to adopt the ADKAR model. I don't know if you are familiar with. Is raising awareness first to understand the why, triggering the desire for the individuals to want to be keen to participate and support the change, and then only starting to train them. And most often, what I can see in our organization is that we jump directly to the training, but people, they don't really understand why, and they are not keen to participate to this change. So we have started in my company to apply this framework and the ProSci framework in terms of change management, which is also very interesting, is because once we have trained our people, it's also about giving them the ability to really practice. So again, you need to train them at the right time. They need to have access to the environment, to the tool right after the training, and in the right environment with buddies, with champions to help them to do the first steps. You can also use solutions like WalkMe, or there are others, to really have this hypercare period and support. And what we often, or what we used to often forget in my company, was the reinforcement, to make sure that, okay, the new ways of working are adopted, but we stick to them, because otherwise you will very soon end up with the former ways of working reappearing, and then you have two different ways of working, which again is not optimal at all. And people, it really contributes to this change overwhelming. So there are different key pillars in the digital adoption maturity. I tend to use, again, you can find that in the WalkMe study, which is very interesting. You have also to work on the unified user experience. to measure the engagement, and we've done a huge work to improve these data around the real use of our solutions, and to make sure that, that we have the right insights and we can have targeted actions to improve. We try to diversify the type of contents, trainings, formats, to make sure we can engage with the different profiles in our companies, and even outside of our companies, because in construction we are using a lot our supply chain, so we also need to embark them, and some of them they are not, you know, in their office with a nice PC, so you really have to be creative sometimes. Outcome alignment for the company or for their work sites, they need to understand why, the benefits. We start to automate everything we can, again, when it's not too messy. I really liked the example you gave, but when we can automate, it is their life. And we are evaluating the technology used so that we can reinform our adoption strategies. And actually, we have created a center of excellence in terms of user adoption, which is also a best practice, because if I come back on these slides, we can see that today, in the study, they show very well that almost all the organizations apply one of these methods, but very few applies them all. 6% only have a comprehensive adoption strategy. And to do that, the best, I think, this was the way I led it in my company, is really to create a small team in charge of leading this adoption strategy, and we try to develop an end-to-end approach. So it really depends actually on the project, but when we prioritize the new digital projects or products we want to launch, we do very early in the process an impact analysis only focused on the people side of the change. And based on that and the risk profile of the change, the people risk profile, we either help the project team to assess and to put together a plan until the project is really committed, and then after we follow it up, but we train them and they own it and they deliver the plan. Or for the most strategic projects where the human risk is very high, then we fusion, we integrate their team, and we really deliver the full plan. And in this team, I have different types of profiles, but we are bringing together UX profile, change management profiles, and also training engineering to make the most out of our support. The role of the Center of Excellence is also to monitor the overall change load, because we have a lot of projects, digital, but not only digital. We were talking about the climate change, which is also a big transformation in our company. So we also have to be realistic about the ability of people to embrace all these changes at the same time, and we try to gauge what we can launch, and we prefer to do less but better support the people side of the change. And we have also developed, so not on a project-based approach, but we have listened our work sites population, which is really our main focus, to understand their need more globally, to thrive in digital. And based on that, we are now developing a more comprehensive training awareness also plan to really enhance our digital culture and maturity. We're talking about generative AI a bit earlier. This year we focus a lot on that, democratizing the use of Gen AI with our teams, and we're running a lot of small workshops, teams per teams, to get them on board, to learn together, to share ideas of use cases, and to progressively move forward on these aspects. So I think I should maybe accelerate a bit. So just to tell you, these figures are from a WalkMe study again, but it's worth it because the benefits are really there when you have these mature digital adoption strategies. And finally, the third part is about developing a new posture for our CIO and our digital team to drive transformation more effectively. In my company, just like in many others, here it's a study from the Gartner showing that many of the CIO or the companies, we are moving to a more partnership relationship between the business and the IT, and we move from project management to product management. But again, these new ways of working, new operating model require a lot of change management to support our team, both on the business and the tech side, to embrace these new partnerships. So we need to support this transformation as well. Here I will just share two initiatives that we have launched. The first one is a digital academy. So we have designed different training paths to share common foundations between common language between the business and the IT teams. So you have some modules that are more for the IT teams to better understand the business side of things. And there are some modules more focused for the business profiles to get at least a flavor in terms of information security, in terms of data, agile practices, project management. How are we going to work together to collaborate efficiently? And then you have some more advanced modules for the IT teams to become more professional in the main priorities for us. So that's the first one, and we are training a lot of people. It's very intensive. And the second part is just like I did for the digital adoption, I also created a lean agile center of excellence. So anyone working in with a SAFe framework is probably familiar to that, to really also support the different levels we have to tackle to really unlock business agility and to move to these more product management ways of working. Sorry, I've been a bit long. You can see I'm passionate about all these topics, and I'm very keen to continue the conversation offline.